Hi, Nathan here, founder of Embodied Excellence and creator of the Infinite Possibility video series. And I am here this week to talk about messaging. Well, what do I mean by that? Today, or tonight I should say, is the Super Bowl. And whether you're watching this video tonight or maybe you're watching it after the Super Bowl already happened, what I want to talk about is it got me thinking about this idea of, the advertisers, they spend $4.5 million for 30 seconds of airtime to reach millions of people. Can you imagine that? $4.5 million for 30 seconds. And so that got me thinking, if you had that, or if I had that kind of audience, and I had 30 seconds and I spent that kind of money to reach that many people, what would I want to say? What would you want to say? How would you share what you're all about? How would you share what your purpose is, what your mission is, why you're here on the planet, what it is you hope to do with your time? And what I was thinking about, this would be a wonderful challenge, whether or not you've already thought about that in your life. Maybe you already are an entrepreneur. Maybe you already are what I would call a soul-inspired rock star. And so you may have already thought of these things. And if you haven't, it's a wonderful exercise to take on to say, what am I about? Who am I? How do I want to show up? Even if I'm not doing it right now, how would I like to show up in the world? And if I had that 30 seconds, what would I say to people? And so just to give you a little bit of an example, I'll give you my message. And full disclosure, this may not be full cut because I'm kind of doing this off the cuff a little bit. But I know that I am passionate about serving entrepreneurs and what I call, again, soul-inspired rock stars to reaching their highest levels of potential in this lifetime so that they can serve in the way that feels meaningful to them and purposeful, so that they can live a life that feels fulfilling, knowing, did I say fulfilling? Fulfilling, knowing that they have served in their highest capacity and they made a difference. Because I know you want to make a difference too. And maybe you know how you'd like to make your difference, maybe you don't. And so this is just an opportunity for you to dig deep and understand, what do you want to do with your life? What is that message that is so important to me? How do I want to step up and how do I want to serve? So one of the ways that I like to do that, I just help people get more clear on those very things. I help them understand what is most important to them. How do they want to show up in the world? And how can they do it in a way that they feel enthusiastic every day? They feel vital. They feel joyful. They feel passionate in what they're doing because it's important to them. And they're able to take that bold action, those courageous steps forward to stretch outside their comfort zone. Because look, for any of us, if we're going to do something that we've never done before, it's going to require us to step up in a way that we're probably not used to. And we're probably going to have to do some kind of learning that's going to require some courage, some bold action. That's what I help people do. And I also help people find more influence in their lives with those that they love and they serve. Because look, we all need help. No matter who you are, if you're out there trying to make your impact in the world, you need help. You can't do it all by yourself. And knowing how to influence those people around you in a way that not only lights them up to their purpose, but also helps them get behind what you're all about and how you can make your biggest impact. So that's what I help those people do. That's what I'm passionate about doing. And so your challenge for this week is this. I want you to think about that. If you had 30 seconds, if you would spend that kind of crazy money to get your message out in front of millions of people, what would you want to say? Who are you? What are you about? Who are you? What would you want people to know? That's the first part of the challenge. The second part of the challenge is this. I want you to tell 3 people, at least 3 people, about this, about what your message is. What would you say to the world? And for some of you who are maybe more isolated people, your animals don't count. You can't talk to your dog or talk to your cat and say, hey, I told somebody. You have to choose 3 actual people, friends, family, strangers if you want. It doesn't matter. But what's important is that you share it with somebody. And so 3 people, and then in that regard, I'm going to ask also a favor of you. Because again, I'm eating my own dog food here, as one of my mentors and dear friends says. So I'm hoping this video reaches at least 3 people, but honestly, I'd like to reach a lot more than 3 people. So if this video has served you, if you enjoyed it, if you think it might be helpful for someone that you know, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and share this video by hitting that button down below when this video ends. It takes like 1 second of your time, and you never know who you might inspire and what they might do. So like this video, please share it so that I can reach that millions of viewers. No, that's probably not going to happen, but it's important to have dreams. So share this video and leave your comments down below. I'd really love to read what you guys are all about, what you're up to, and that's it for this week. Find out what your message is, share it with 3 people, and then please, if this served you, share the video down below. And until I talk to you next week, I want you to go out there every single day and in your way, be an extraordinary ambassador for humanity.